Up guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to you guys. I don't know if I even said that yet, but Happy New Year to you guys. We're in 2021. Feels a little bit like 2020, but we're in 2021. Hope you guys are enjoying the year thus far. And so today we're going to get into our 5 dividend stocks for you to check out, and maybe you might find a good dividend play for yourself and your portfolio moving forward throughout this year, and however long you may find something that you might be able to own. So let's get right into it, guys. You can see right here on the screen another 787,000 Americans filed for jobless claims. This unemployment isn't slowing down. Crazy. All right, guys, so we're going to get right into it. But before we do that, make sure that you like and subscribe. Feel free to stick around on this channel. We love to talk about money. Love to talk about investing. Like to talk about how you succeed, whether you have money or you don't have a lot of money. And videos like this is a prime example of how you take advantage of things in the market with whatever money you have, and through time and consistency and diligence and having the right habits, you're able to be a successful investor and set up things for your future, for your family, and even for things that you may need coming up. Whatever you need from investments, you can absolutely get it. And on this channel, we're just trying to show you how you can do that. All right, so we're going to get right into the dividend plays for this particular month that you guys can take a look in. Now, the first one is literally one of my favorite places to go. I'm always there, and that is Lowe's. I am always in Lowe's. One, I love home improvement stuff. I mean, it is what it is. I love it. I love building things. I love bettering things. So a lot of times, instead of, calling somebody to do something, I may do it myself. And even if I don't know how to do it, I will learn how to do it. And one of the first places I go is good old Lowe's. Now, one of the crazy things and why Lowe's is a good company to be invested in, and it is a good dividend company. It's one of the dividend companies that I own in my dividend portfolio. One of the things about it is, so let's say, for example, in a pandemic, all right, let me go over to the chart so you guys can see a little bit something different while I'm talking. But one of the craziest things about when you go into a pandemic, one of the things that you guys have to understand is that within a pandemic, people stop doing certain things. It's just like a recession. Within a recession, people, they stop, doing certain things. And so what happens is, I need to change this. It's like I've been searching something else. But what happens is, within a pandemic and in a recession, people have a tendency to still want to be active somewhat and do things. And so what happens is, one of the places they go is Lowe's. It's just like within a recession. People don't have as much money as they normally do, but one of the things that they do is they will look to DIY things. So if you've been to any type of home improvement store during this pandemic, it has been crowded. People who normally don't even go into these stores or any stores. Lowe's is one of them. So the money flow, it's almost never ending, because everything you need is going to need to be worked on your house, whatever else it is, any home improvement stuff. As long as people have a home, then guess what? These stores will always be making money. So now their dividend is pretty cool. It's 50 cents a share. It's pretty consistent, and it's been consistent over a long period of time. So you can see here, and they pay every quarter. So it's a good dividend. It's one of the most favorite dividend companies for, the dividend community. So, all right, that's Lowe's. You know what that is. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Johnson & Johnson. As soon as we say Johnson & Johnson, the first thing most people think about is, babies, right? Think about babies, all right? So Johnson & Johnson is one of those companies that owns several companies. Now you can see their dividend. It's pretty good. It's very high. So let's take a look. All right, now we're on Johnson & Johnson's website. Now, here's the funny thing about this, right? A lot of people, you come and you see something like this, you're probably like, this doesn't look like the products and things that I would think it is. And that's because Johnson & Johnson, they're also, and more so, a medical company than they are like what people kind of may think of, like they just sell products. Their products are more medical. So they're more of a medical company, right? So But you can come and you can actually see the different things that they offer here, right? And you can take a look at the company and look more. But this is what you should understand. It's just, as I've said in other videos, is always check out and see what companies own. Like, look at everything. You can look at the numbers here to see what they're doing, but then also come and check and look out the products that they own, right? So they have the healthcare stuff where, the self and the skin care things, which a lot of people knows, like the baby powders and the baby oils and stuff like that. And then you come down, you start seeing things like medical devices. Most people, most of you probably didn't know that they actually made things for that. They do. Then you can see pharmaceutical products, okay? And so as you start to find out is that these companies have a lot more stake in our lives than we really understand and we really know. All right, so that's just a way to kind of take a look and so you see what you're investing in. And that's one of the reasons why you'll see why Johnson & Johnson is a good dividend company. You can maybe check that out. Might be something good for you. All right, so let's go on to the next one. The next one is very similar to what we just talked about with Johnson & Johnson, and that is KimberlyClark Corporation. Guys, listen. I am giving you some solid companies. If you've never heard of these, especially like Kimberly-Clark, it's another solid company, right? So for example, look over here to the right bottom screen. People also, basically it's just telling you people who search this or watch this, they also watch things like this. Emerson Electricity, PepsiCo, General Mills, Clorox, Colgate. What are those companies? Those companies, they own a lot of different products. And Kimberly-Clark is one of them. So let's check out the chart. You know what I'm saying? And so here you can see their dividends, and you probably never even heard of them. Probably didn't know they existed. And they're another good one. All right. So let's go over real quick and let's see what Kimberly-Clark owns. All right, we're here on the Kimberly-Clark website, and right here, one of the first things you see up here is toilet tissue. All right, you can see here. Definitely they have different products on the screen, right? Now if you look through just these pictures alone, you'll see some products that you use all the time. So one of the products you'll see on here, which is always being used, is you see these Huggies, right? Like all of this stuff is always being used, but it just shows you the array of stuff that they own that you probably didn't know they own. Like these actually some really good paper towels too, Viva, right? But you can take a look at their brands. You can go up here. They have it, separated. Like if you want to look at adult care, right? Depends, things like that. Come to baby care, family, feminine care. There you go. So you kind of see what they're about. But that just shows you what these companies are, invested in or what they own, and that way you can see why they have good dividends and why their prices are the way it is. You may never heard of them. So Kimberly-Clark, another good one to look into. All right, the next one is American Electric Power Company. Now, do I have to go into what this is? I think you understand what this is, right? So let's go look at the chart, right? All right, so you see the chart, you see consistent, great dividend, good price, good dividend, fairly simple. Just another one of those companies that a lot of times people, they don't really know a lot about. So if you go on their website right here, you can kind of look and see what they do. You can see, pretty much where they are, who they service, things like that. You can see here, just checking out their site. So, it's a utility company and a utility investor owned company. So pretty good, great dividend. Just another one for you to take a look at if you're interested. All right, the last one is Philip Morris. So I'm not going to say a whole lot. I think I probably said enough on last month's video when I talked about tobacco or whatnot, but then talked about also what Altria and Philip Morris, what they were investing in behind the scenes that a lot of people may not have paid attention to. But Philip Morris, self-explanatory. If you don't know what it is, it's like primarily it's a tobacco company, but they're also owned by Altria Group. There used to be one company, but they severed. I forgot why years ago. But one thing you'll see is they have another high dividend, just like Altria does, because it's a lot of money. People who work for Philip Morris, they make a lot of money, well above, the minimum wage, well above. So if anyone, because it's very popular where I'm from, and so if anyone works for Philip Morris, you know that they're making pretty good money, and a lot of people tend to retire years before they're 65, 66, whatever the age is now. They tend to retire a lot of times in their 50s if they've been there for a long time. So Philip Morris, another good dividend company. As I said, remember, we're not attached to these things emotionally. Our goal is to be able to tap in to the systems and things that are in place that we are a part of and that people are using on a daily basis so that we can build for our families, because it's our wealth, it's our money that builds these companies' wealth for the most part. The money we spend is what causes these companies to succeed and to thrive. So it's only right that we learn how to be able to make that money in turn come back to us, especially if it's available and it's out there. All we have to do is get the knowledge, put in the work, be consistent, and we can build for our families too. And so our families can live and not have to struggle, and they can have, especially our kids, can have a better foundation than we did. Whether we had a good foundation or not, our kids can start at a higher level, and we can teach them these things too. But here's the dividend plays. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Hope you guys have a great start of the new year. Peace out.